Okay. Howdy and aloha. 2025. Flights. Uh, my son's going to be here in a couple days, which is cool. I'm ecstatic. Some interesting news is happening down the pike in regards to, you know what, this is just weird looking. Excuse me. Pardon me, excuse me. Background. No, I'm not going to do that because this just looks strange back there. I'm watching USA play the All Blacks, and the All Blacks are just destroying USA because for some reason those girls, it's they're still working on it. It's part of it anyway. Back to what I'm talking about. Okay, so what we're seeing now in regards to the Epstein client list that isn't being exposed, and Trump saying we're not going to talk about it, and Pam Bondi saying or putting out some memo or letter that isn't signed. I don't even think it's dated. It's just it's retarded. The whole thing. She drops it on a Sunday night late. I don't know if she was drinking or if she was drunk or what the fucking case was or whatever. I don't fucking know. But it was just so fucking stupid. And I'm just, what the fuck is this thing? No, there's not any clients. There's only Epstein and Ghislaine, and there aren't any clients. It's like, in my last video yesterday, I fucking showed you, they tracked cell phones of over 200 people, right? Back and forth through these islands and to the Epstein Island and another resort. And by the way, that's not the only resort. They didn't go to other resorts and go after those resorts, which is interesting. The whole thing is alarming and it's sad. The reason why I keep bringing this up, and the thing is that I really want to get out to people, is the children. It's the freaking children, people. If they're going to push this aside, and then at the same time, they're gonna, we're not gonna go after pedophiles. I don't care if you're an elitist or if you're part of the royalty or if you're, BlackRock CEO or if you're just the greatest movie star of all time, uh, Tom Hanks or whatever. I don't give a shit. You don't fucking do that crap, right? You don't do that. It's just it's disgusting, sick, and you need to be in jail. You need to be in jail for the rest of your life. You should have things cut off. That's all I'm saying, because that's terrible. So the problem here is they're saying, oh, they're going after traffickers and all this other stuff, and that's great. But then at the same time, the hypocrisy here is that we're not gonna get rid of or expose these sick fucks, all the Johns, all the clients. You're not going to find out how that whole thing happened so it doesn't happen again. I think that's the biggest point. You want to stop that from happening or find out what happened so that it doesn't happen again, as it's still happening to this day. It's just, don't talk. If you're not going to if you're not going to cover the entire spectrum of it, then you need to, then what are you doing? It's like you're, there it is. Ugh, got you, bitch. Okay. Okay. Oh, you're still alive, motherfucker? I didn't squish you good enough. Okay. Anyway. So the thing is this is a travesty. It's criminal. These people are complicit, and I am talking about the cabinet. Interesting, I'm not hearing anything from Tulsi Gabbard. Her silence is deafening. Are you watching me as I grab the flag? Yeah, brother, my age, Jordan, how you doing? Hey, Cheryl. And it's just fucking. It's criminal. It's wrong. You're on the wrong side of ethics, morals, folkways, norms, integrity, justice. and of God, right? I mean, what would Jesus do? Jesus would say, "Hey, by the way, all these people here, those are all the fucking people that did that." But that's not happening. And what's interesting is who is Pam Bondi protecting? And I mean, is Trump has said in the past, "Oh, these are some evil, bad people. These are negative people. These are this and that," and he's said it, and like right. And I'm telling you, if he was on the list or if he was part of it, the FBI had access to all this information for 4 fucking years, right? The illegitimate Biden administration had access. Yeah, she's compromised. Yeah, that's happening. So, and they didn't go after Trump, so obviously he's not complicit to that stuff. But he does. He has a little thing for Pam, and I can see it. I can sense it. I'm like, dude, that's not a good idea. I mean, she's kind of like your friend, but it's you got it. She's not. She doesn't have it. She just doesn't have it. Now, Megan Kelly is saying that this girl right here, Harmet Dillon, is the person, but I'm saying, and I know most of MAGA agrees, that it should be Elena Haba or definitely Matt Gaetz, who was supposed to get the fucking job in the first place. So, and I mean, if you want another woman doing it, that's fine. A girl, boy, I don't think it fucking. That doesn't matter anymore. I want somebody who's going to actually bring justice to criminals, who's actually going to press charges against criminals. That's the reason why we voted for Trump. So that you could go after the groomers, so you could go after the pedophiles, so you could go after the fentanyl, the drug smugglers, so you could go after the corporate money laundering fuckheads. I mean, what are we doing now? Are we getting back in Ukraine? Is Ukraine like a thing now? I mean, people are putting out on the left, Zelensky should win the Nobel Peace Prize. I mean, are you fucking kidding me? And then, of course, you have Megyn Kelly, who is a serious supporter of Donald Trump, and so is Charlie Kirk and a bunch of other people. I get it. I'm a supporter. That's why I voted for him. But I really think the people he surrounds himself with aren't the. I got to get rid of the dead phone. I always say I'm not really big on keep your friends close and your enemies closer. No, I don't want to be around my enemies. And surely they don't want to be around me, I can tell you right now. He won an Oscar? Yeah, he won an Oscar for that performance. Oh, Jean Pierre. Yeah, yeah. What I'm saying is, let's just play this, and you can kind of tell.
Our very big student action summit talk about Epstein,
Why is
the
it so
entire
low?
of all the things. I'm not like Epstein obsessed. Some people, their YouTube channel, it's all they talk about.
Should
I think
be.
that the fact that young people can't afford homes
Oh,
is something we should talk about.
No, wait a second. That's definitely more important than predators being protected. Charlie, come on, man. You guys, fuck. This is amazing to me. Right? It's a big fucking thing. Charlie, I don't know if you have kids or family or whatever, but imagine, heaven forbid, and sad that I even have to bring this up, but imagine your daughter or granddaughter, or even your grandson or son, is abducted and then taken off to fucking an Epstein Island type place. Dude, just please. This is something that needs to fucking be, that definitely needs to be exposed. It needs immediate justice, and it should be a number one priority because this is just getting out of hand. I mean, look, I worked at, Disneyland is in Anaheim, California. And Anaheim, California, according to some sources that I've checked out a couple of years ago, is one of the highest human trafficking cities in the country. I didn't even know that until like 2.5 years ago. I'm like, what the fuck? It's right under your noses, people. You just don't see it. They're so good at concealing it. There's tunnels. There's fucking disguises. There's all kinds
more
of shit.
than these things endlessly. But this matters a lot. And so, from a media standpoint,
yes, it matters a lot.
There
There you
than
go.
anybody else. You've been in the media. You've been outside the media. What's this Sunday night thing? What is that? So you have a July 4th weekend after the big beautiful bill, and you leak it on a Sunday night
to Axios.
What is that?
If you want to leak it and you want conservatives to see it, you leak it to the Daily Caller. You leak it to Fox News. You leak it to Daily Wire. You don't leak it to Axios. Our people don't read Axios.
That's
we read
what was
Axios
weird. That's who Pam Bondi released it to. Which is very... It's deep state-ish. Her move is deep state. Period. She's compromised. Shirley, you're right.
under protest just to see what the left is saying. So it was like you saw it appear. It was like, this must be bull. There's no way this is real. There's no way. I can tell you right now, there's zero chance Dan Bongino's leaking to Axios. Zero. And cash. So, and yet today, as we came here,
all right, I just saw this. Give me a second.
Very poorly on Dan, alleging.
So both Bondi and her husband, according to Cheryl, in the where did you get that information? Because that probably both of Bondi's ex-husbands had tied to Epstein. There it is. And she's just trying to wash it away. And what's sad is she probably knew about it. She probably knew more than most know about it. And then she flaunts it and brings out these binders and discredits three, Trump supporting influencers out there. It was pretty fucked up what she did. Let's just listen to the rest of Megan. Yeah, it makes more sense now. I get it. Thank you very much for that. Back to the video.
Dan only freaked out once he saw in this memo that people weren't responding well to the missing minute of the tapes of Jeffrey Epstein's cell. Do you guys know this piece of the story? And that he went into a meltdown like a little child and then threw a hissy fit. So my point is not to weigh in on the truth or falsity of that. It's false. But it is to point out that's clearly a Bondi leak.
Fly, I'm telling you, you don't know who you're fucking with. I'm just telling you right now. Because I'm going to nab you in midair and it's going to, go away, buddy.
Very clearly that's a Bondi leak. So what's clear to me from this, as a member of the media, is Bondi leaked the memo to Axios, and Bondi's doubling down by trying to get Axios to dump on Dan and trying to make him be the fall guy and or Cash be the fall guy. And she will not face the cameras.
Oh my God.
If she means what she says, fine. Come out and defend it. To Dan's credit, he went on Fox a couple of weeks ago, and he got beaten up pretty good for this, and said, I think Epstein killed himself.
Yeah, see, and you're going to explain, because a lot of people don't understand this dynamic either, but let me just show you this guy. Oh, wait, shit, hold on. Here's the guy. He's right on the edge of this. Dude, I'm telling you. You're playing with fire, my buddy, my friend. Oh, and your friend's right. Oh, my God, did you see that? He's right there. Yeah, you want to end up like that fucker? Oh, my God. Okay, there's the trash over here. There you go. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about you right now. I'll get you later. Here we go.
And the base went nuts. The base doesn't believe that. But he's like, if you got other proof, show it to me.
Well, if
he faced the cameras and did it. She hasn't.
I'm open to it if that's true. Why don't you just tell us the prisoners' names who are on the same cell block as Jeffrey Epstein?
There's a lot.
No, that's BS. I'm sorry. The President of the United States figured out whether we have HIPAA for federal prisoners. Tell us who the other prisoners were if no one had access to it, because all of a sudden if we find out some of these prisoners had suspicious intel ties, what I'm getting at is
That's
at
a
some
good point.
point,
I brought that up a long time ago.
at some point.
Yeah, answer the questions. That's
Like,
it.
Again, I don't want to talk about this as long as we have, and like we had this amazing summit.
The thing is what this really did, instead of just saying, here you go, do what you will with it. Some of these people here behind me are implicated. Lindsey Graham, obviously, Mitch McConnell, Crenshaw, the guy with the patch, I'm sure he's been there. I don't know, fuck all kinds of people. And a bunch of fucking Republicans and Democrats or whoever, especially a bunch. What's odd is Netanyahu's supposed to be out here for some stupid fucking summit, and they didn't want to fuck that up because obviously a lot of his people were on there. I mean, if you watch Whitney Webb, you'll see she talks about it adamantly. I mean, it's almost like it's almost like everybody knows, but Donald Trump, and that's the fucking thing that pisses me off the most. Right? Is everybody knows what the fuck is going on, but for some reason, like I've always said for, I don't know, since he started running again, that the people he's surrounded by are either just incompetent idiots or they're part of the fucking problem. Right? And like I said, you want to keep your enemies close, your friends close, but your enemies closer. Not in this case. Not as the president of the United States. You want people you absolutely and totally trust. You want family that have been there for you, that aren't biased for another party, or you want people that are completely vetted to be at your side. Somebody that will take a fucking bullet for you, literally. And the problem is he doesn't have that. Could you see Marco Rubio jumping in front of Trump to stop a fucking gun? No. Could you see Dan Bonadingo doing it? Absolutely. Could you see Kash Patel doing it? Yes, absolutely. Could you see Pam Bondi? No. No. Christine Noem, maybe. Homan, probably for sure. Right? Pete Hegseth, fuck yes. That guy would fucking jump in front of a fucking arrow, a bullet, a Scud missile, whatever, to protect Donald Trump. And there's people out there that'll do that. And that's who Donald Trump needs to be surrounded by. Because all the information that he's getting in, it's wrong. I'm gonna say this. Hopefully, Donald, somebody's gonna show this video to you, or somebody's already brought this up, or somebody that's watching this can get the message to him that look, you need to spend a little more time vetting, and that means thorough investigations, background. I mean, if Cheryl's correct, which I'm sure she is, that Pam Bondi's ex-husbands or husband spent time with Jeffrey Epstein, then we've got a problem. And then that's a problem you probably didn't want to have in your cabinet. You have Matt Gaetz, who somebody came to his house and the Democrats gave him a false idea to pin him, to entrap him, to frame him, which was proven, but you can't use Matt Gaetz. That was fucking crazy. That guy'd take a bullet for you, for sure. I bet you Thomas Massey would take a bullet for you. But you keep thinking he's like the enemy for some reason. I know MTG would take a fucking meteor for you, for sure. That woman you need by your side all the fucking time. I'm telling you right now, that lady's, she's a champion in my opinion. But the point that I'm really making here, and hopefully, let me see. A big club. Yeah, that's right. I've said that a bazillion times. The point that I'm really making here, and I think everybody really needs to start getting this, is these people are making Trump look stupid. He's made some really great deals, calculated chess moves. But then there's somebody in his cabinet that's compromised, or is tied to somebody that has been compromised, or has got, let's just say, a little bit of trash on them, a little bit of stench, and you need to get rid of those people, Mr. Trump. You do. Because if you're going to be, and I'm telling you, if this doesn't happen the way it should happen, with absolute justice going against people that freaking abused and raped children, then you're not going to get on Mount Rushmore. It's not going to happen. I don't care what you do. I don't care if you gave every citizen $1 million, which would be great, but they're still going to think unhighly of you. Just is almost to the point of how we think about, and I hate to say this, the illegitimate Joe Biden. The illegitimate Joe Biden. You don't want that kind of label or air around you. This is bad. You've got to bring this out. You've got to expose them all, and it's just got to happen now. Because now we need to. Who was else in the prison cell? Like Charlie Kirk just said, I brought that up, fucking a long time ago. I mean, when Jeffrey Epstein, it's in one of my videos back in, I don't know, 2017 or 18 or I don't know, something like that, where I remember mentioning who was everybody. And we all know that there's not one camera. There's not just one camera in a prison cell. There's dozens of them in that area. Guaranteed. So in that hallway, I'm pretty sure, and it wasn't those two doors, 46 and some other door that was right behind it. It's not that. Everybody knows that now. There's just so much. And the problem is that we need to alleviate you of is there's a person named Pam Bondi that it really appears that she's got to take the fall for this. Pam Bondi will take the fall. Dude, did you come? Now you're fucking with my hair, and now you're pissing me off, bro. And now you're really pissing me off. I'm telling you right now. All right, I'll make 3 points, and then I'm done. I just wanted to bring this up. It really looks like there's some people, and there's some sympathizers I saw, and I brought this up, I think, yesterday, or maybe I did. Roseanne Barr was on with Benny Johnson. Right? Benny Johnson, big fan of Trump, does a lot of conservative, Republican, rah stuff. He's a super big influencer, has millions of views. He's triple times of what I think Jimmy Dores is. And Jimmy's all over this, man. Jimmy's just, he doesn't like it, and I don't like it either. But either Trump is complicit, or if he allows it to continue down the road that Pam's somewhat starting to pave, then this is not going to be good. Yeah, Cash and Patel, they're both really pissed off. They know that the videotape was modified. They know that a lot of things were modified. Professionals have looked at the videotape. There's some things that have happened. And then, yeah, look, it's not going to go away. I said it's not going to go away. This could really destroy a lot of things coming up for the Republicans and for the base and for MAGA and for Trump in 2028. This could be extremely bad. And I'd rather it be worse for everybody now, and then we can mend and get over it, instead of just letting this be one of the greatest talking points. Because AOC she fucking already said, oh, son racist only was concealing information. He's concealing another rapist, pedophile. I mean, what did you expect to happen? Now they're going to throw this in your fucking face. And they're going to smear it all over smear it. point. It just needs to happen. If it doesn't, you're not going to Mount Rushmore. Two, this is going to really hurt Republicans in the future, or conservatives, or MAGA in the future. Three, it's just, what would Jesus do? It's the right thing to do. It's the decent, good thing to do. How do you want to be remembered? What is, Mr. Trump? How do you want your legacy to be remembered? Because it's going to be remembered by you concealing all the clients that were paying millions, or visiting, or doing these disgusting, terrible things to these children. That's how you're going to be remembered. Is that what you? It doesn't matter. Like I said, it doesn't matter what you do right now. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're paving your way. You're letting Pam Bondi, or you're allowing Pam Bondi, or you're with her, which hopefully that's not the case. You're come on, man. All right, I'm going to hope and pray. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage and the strength to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And I'm telling you, I know. I want things to change sometimes, but there's some things I can do, and I have to know the difference. But if I have the courage, the clarity, the foresight, the courage, I'm going to fucking do what I can to make it work. I will make it work. And the only thing that can stop me is if I bring somebody into my team that fumbles the ball. And that's what Pam Bondi did to you. She didn't fumble the ball. She gave the ball to the other side. There's a difference. She's complicit to this. Not negligence. It's not incompetence, which fucking Megyn Kelly wants to say. It's not incompetence. She's trying to get that out of the way. Don, let's just get this out of the way. We got other things to focus on. No, this is huge. This is going to be your legacy. And already the Democrats are fucking using it against you. I mean, some dingling bartender is fucking telling, I'm not saying bartenders are all dinglings, but this one is a dingling, somewhat. Here's the goal. Let's be authentic. Let's be righteous about this. Let's be a crusader for God. And let's be decent, okay? And then we can move forward. Because if you continue to let this happen, okay, that's it. I'm going to get this fucking fly, I'm telling you. Yeah, no matter what you do, your legacy will be that you decided to allow hundreds of pedophiles to go free that were doing heinous things to children for almost maybe 2 decades. Is that how you want to be remembered? Because that's it. Nothing else. And I don't want that to happen. All right, bro. That's it. You're fucked up. All right. Thank you very much for watching. I'm just letting you know. Pam Bondi's is going to either she takes the fall or Trump's not going to be on Rushmore. That's all I'm saying.